Hello everyone, welcome back to Recommendation All Sorts by Fast Track Media.
Yay! So, what is Recommendation All Sorts?
Alright, Recommendation All Sorts is a program where we share our recommendations to you. We have a pocket full of content in our recommendation list, so we will split them into two segments. So the first one will be called This My Jam, where we collect 10 songs each week and put them into the playlist based on a specific theme or mood.
The second segment is our discussion corner, and we call it
Doctor Review.
So, this segment we will be reacting, analyze, and give you our verdict whether a variety show, a music video, or a drama is worth watching. We have tons of content to watch and review, so do check us out.
Without further ado, let's get
go.
into it.
Come on, what are you doing?
I'm eating
Why are you eating?
because I'm watching this week's This My Jam.
Oh, this week this my jam. So the playlist is about food and drinks.
Ooh.
Shall we check it out?
Let's go! Go go!
柴米油盐酱醋茶，一点一滴都是幸福在发芽。Baby, 그대는 카라멜 마키아토 여전히 내 입가에 그대의 이 달콤해. 直到只有你对我最好。都墙离不开油条，让我爱你爱到老。麻烦给我的爱人来一杯 Mojito， 我习惯阅读它微醺时的眼眸。라면인 건가? 라면인 건가? 오, 라면인 건가? 야, 오늘도 내 점심을这碗大，千万别虚荣心作祟，真心话。 Feeling lazy， 给我一杯咖啡，咖啡，咖啡，咖啡。
They're back.
That's all for this week's This My Jam. I hope everyone is feeling very full like we do.
And if you have any comments, do let us know. And if you like the videos, do remember to give us a like and subscribe. See you in the next segment. Bye!
Go! Hey there, welcome to Doctor Review. In order to match with this week's This My Jam playlist, we decided to review two stage performances of Kris Big Bowl Thick Noodles.
Celebrities and trainees from these two survival program perform this song, which is Sisters Who Make Waves and Chuang 2020. So the two performances were very different, aren't they? So before we start, let's just give them a name. The first video, which is Chuang 2020, we'll call them Little Sisters. The second video, which is Sisters Who Make Waves, we'll call them Big Sisters.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, so now when we start, let's start with the vocal.
Alright, for vocal wise, actually both performances, they're actually quite not bad. Not very strong vocals, I would say. So for the Little Sisters, right, obviously they are trainees, hence we understand why their vocals are not strong enough because they don't really have the experience of performing on stage. They probably need more trainings and stuff like this. And for the Big Sisters, because they are celebrities, artists who are debuted in a K-pop girl group before, they are definitely more experienced. They know how to own the stage. And they have more texture in their voices when they sing. They're bringing more attitude to the song itself.
Yeah, for example, both performances actually use the Chinese Peking opera singing style. So we can see it from like the Little Sisters. It doesn't bring out that feel. It doesn't
the
bring out
vibe.
the vibe of.
It
a
doesn't
Chinese
make you feel
Peking-
nostalgic.
Oh, it's like, ooh, this is very good Chinese Peking orchestra singing. Whereas the Big Sisters, they were good actually. They were actually not bad in terms of like actually singing it in that kind of style. So they really bring out that texture, bring out that feeling of like a Chinese Peking orchestra singing. But I definitely agree with Carmen, in the sense of like they're not super strong, but they both have like their own style. Like one is more like definitely the girl group, cuter vocal.
One is more like a tough cookie.
Yeah, one is
Big
more
sister.
like a tough cookie. You can see individual performer in the Big Sisters, right? They all have very different singing style.
Yeah.
So they shine through their own singing style. So I think that's the difference between the vocal for the Big Sisters and the Little Sisters.
And for the dance wise, obviously Little Sisters are more cuter and youthful.
I would say youthful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Chuang 2020 it's a girl group survival show where they are going to debut a girl group. So in terms of girl group, we have different types of concept, including the cute concept. It's possible that these trainees, they arrange the song to suit it more of a cuter style. And for the Big Sisters, they are definitely more of like, attitude.
Yeah, I like what
tough
she
cookie.
said, tough cookies. Like they really bring out the attitude in terms of their performance. To be honest, the Big Sisters don't actually have very strong dance skill because they all not trained to be a girl group or from K-pop. But you can see one or two of them, which is obviously trained for Mengjia and Fei Fei, who were trained for Miss A. So they do have that kind of like K-pop dance style. Whereas some of them are like maybe a ballet, like they dance in ballet, like they're not trained particularly. They did a choreograph where they managed to hide their flaws, but highlight their strong points. Like for example, instead of like dancing as a group a lot, they dance a lot of individual parts where they focus like if Mengjia is singing, then you will see her dancing. If the other Jie is singing, then you will see she dances a solo part.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more solo, but
It's a lesser group choreograph compared to the Little Sisters, as we can see in the Big Sisters performance.
Mainly you can see the reason why, because in the Little Sisters they are trained to be like a girl group, so they have like very similar style or standard in that sense. But whereas this 姐姐们, which is the Big Sisters, they're all very different and they all come from like different backgrounds. It does take a longer time to be able to dance very similar. So that's why they managed to actually hide that through the choreography.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I think
For the
choreography
overall
is good.
performance, right, the Little Sisters definitely still,
Just a little bit
a
lacking.
bit of
Just a little bit
experience.
lacking
I mean, we
experience.
understand they are still trainees.
Trainees.
They have not debuted. They have not seen this big stage before. So definitely, if we compare to the Big Sisters, Little Sisters, definitely they will really need to train up, go out there and perform
Yeah,
more.
it's just like years of experience. Like experience does make a lot of difference. That you can see it from the Big Sisters. The overall performance, they are very good at owning the stage.
Yeah, facial expression is
facial
very
expression,
good
correct.
for a few of them, especially stage presence. They manage to grab our attention compared to the Little Sisters. Yeah,
Like each individual managed to sort of shine. But this is also a risk because both show is actually supposed to debut a girl group. Whereas the Chuang, the Little Sisters, they do come across as a girl group, the standard girl group performance.
so hence their performance are more like it's one group performing.
Yeah.
Whereas for the Big Sisters,
This
it's
is
more
debatable,
like individuals coming together for a collaboration stage. I would say possible, like she said, debatable topic.
I think at this point they really did very well in terms of balancing between it being like an individualistic or it being a group, because like if they overdo it slightly more, then
It will definitely look
it will look very like stage collab, like each person I'm coming here to perform my part.
Definitely.
Yeah, whereas like at this point of time they are good at hiding the differences but manage to still make them look like a group performance. Yeah, so it's more like they need to be able to balance that out.
Yeah.
Whereas in the Little Sisters, the only issue right now is that yes, they do look like a group,
But there's
at the
no
same time,
highlight.
There's no highlight.
Yes,
like
there's
no
no-
one shine
yeah.
or there's no one choreography.
They still lack of grabbing the attention
there's
for the audience.
Even as a group, there's no one choreography where I'd be like, oh, this is good. If we are comparing trainee performances because we know that there's a lot of survival shows out there. There are some survival shows, other survival shows where they have a better performance,
Yes.
like that can get your attention. So they are still lacking a little bit of that in this particular performance.
But we are, rooting for
But we're
them.
rooting for them. I know that this Chuang 2020 has
ended. Yeah. But the Big
yeah.
Sisters one is still ongoing. So for those who are interested to watch how all these Big Sisters, grow,
doing, yeah.
you can, have
Check
a look
that
at
out.
the show. That is a wrap for today's Doctor Review and recommendation or sorts. We have already included the link for 2 performances in the description box, as well as Kris Wu's music video for Big Bowl Thick Noodles. Share us your comments if you agree or you have anything else to add into the discussion earlier, and leave us more comments and let us know what content you want us to review.
Yeah, and if you like our video, do give us a like and remember to subscribe to our channel. We have more videos coming up every week. So stay tuned. See you next week.
Bye bye.